Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're back with another BKFC Reddit Ask Me Anything. We're joined by El Gallo, Bryan Duran. How you doing, sir?
Doing good today, man. Ready. Getting ready and ready every day.
You want to see my favorite souvenir from the Miami card? Look at that. Oh,
Oh man.
you know.
Oh man.
So shout out to Victor. Like I was up in the up in the media thing, and he came racing up, and he's like, "I want you to make sure you have this." And I was like, "Cool." So then I had it, and then I did the post fight, and I asked you some questions, and I was like, "I'm going to get Bryan to sign this when he comes out." And then you came out, and I've never seen it. It's got to be what, like an A-list celebrity. You were just absolutely swarmed by people, and I was like, "I will just get it signed at another point," because you were slammed with people.
This time is gonna be even crazier, my brother. This time is nuts, man.
So I'm not going to be at the fight, I don't think, but
Oh
I,
man,
I,
for
I
real?
can't wait. Like, the one thing that I took away from your fight was I was expecting Luis to have a big pop and a bunch of other guys to have a big pop. And when they announced you, I've never heard an arena so loud. Like, it was insane, like, the amount of people were there. And I could just imagine this one.
No, yeah, this one. Imagine, I literally sold like a 200% more than last time already. I'm like tripling the numbers of last time, so way more people in the arena this time.
Does that make other fighters jealous that you like you call yourself the cash cow, and you are? People want to see you.
Yeah.
It's gotta like kind of needle some people that think like, oh, I'm a big draw, and then you absolutely slay them with numbers.
Yeah, of course, 100%. But then that's when you realize the people that deserve it and the people that don't, the people that are here for a long time and the people that are only here for the ride, you know? So it just defines you as a person, not even as a fighter, just as a person, you know?
One of my favorite things about you is you're self-made. Like that's what I love about you.
Yes,
You're
sir.
like you're the guy who's like, I had a dream, I went and did it. You aren't one of those guys who you see it now, especially with all the social media guys that are hang along guys, and then kind of work their way in. Like you started at the bottom, and you've done nothing but you bet on yourself, and now you're like the superstar. Like I love it.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, man. Means a lot coming from somebody like yourself that's actually a fan of the sport, and you talk to a lot of fighters, and you're seeing it from the outside, and you're not, you don't hold back. You say how it is. So I really appreciate that from you, man. Thank you for real, Gator.
So
For real,
I
for real.
appreciate. Yeah, that's the one thing. Like when I first saw you, I was like, I don't know about this guy. I mean, you've got a different look to you, and you were like raw, and and now you've like honed down. And the one thing I like about you too is the last time we talked, you had some bad publicity because you were in the wrong place at the wrong time,
Yeah.
and you said, look, I'm gonna make my circle smaller, and I'm gonna get rid of all that, and like you don't hear nothing bad about you, and everything's good, and like you're even better and better.
Yes, sir. No, is that you know, certain things happen to every single one of us for us to learn. Everything is a build up, and before every fight, especially when you're meant for greatness, I feel like you're always gonna go through something that's gonna test you to see how bad you want it. If you're gonna
Sure.
quit, are you gonna give up? And it's not only in the fight. There's things that break fighters outside of the actual fight. A lot of people lose fights because a mental game or whatever. And I feel like it's just the preparation, especially because, bro, 2 years in, I'm already fighting for a world title. And I'm talking about 2 years in combat sports, not
Right.
bare knuckle. 2 years period that I started this journey, and that speaks volumes, bro. I feel like that's something that people got to take in consideration. And, when they see me being so confident, they shouldn't take it as me being cocky. It's just, I guess I found the recipe of being great, and I found the recipe of continuously being on the positive side of the scale, and I'm not gonna hold back because the second you hold back, you're not being yourself anymore. And it's like, bro, you see the way I am.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure your wife told you like how nice I was with her, and then like, what? Your Gator's wife? What? We
Yeah.
took a picture, everything. Like that's just who I am. Like I feel like myself. I'm a humble human being. It's just I believe in myself a lot too, and you got to be humble, just not
Yeah.
stupid. You know what I'm saying? You can't be ignorant either when you're being confident. And there's a thin line between cockiness and confidence, and a lot of people don't know how to define that. And I guess I figure it out when it comes to that.
That's kind of funny you talked about that because I reached out to LP for a question, and he said he's the most humble guy, and he might seem like a tough guy on the internet. He goes, but he is just like the nicest guy. And he said people try to take advantage of him because he's so nice. And,
Yep.
and and he goes, sometimes he's got to snap on people to be like, hey, like we're bring it back to like a professional level. He goes, because
Yeah.
he's so nice, they try to prey on that, and he doesn't play that game.
Yeah, man, because it's true, bro. I try to help everybody, bro. Like, if you actually do a track back to my career since I started, there was a lot of guys that I brought light to. There was a lot of guys that I tried, and if you realize I'm still in the same spot, if you think about it,
Yeah.
it's the people that come and go. You know what I'm saying? And look at their careers compared to mine. And like I said, everything is there in front of you. It's just depends who wants to accept it and who wants to ignore it and just call me ignorant or cocky or this and that. It's like, no, bro, I'm actually a super humble guy, bro. I treat everybody with respect, with love. I try never to try my opponents. Recently, like I think this is the only fight that I've been actually selling the fight, like in the sense of like going back and forth, talking shit in a way, in a
Yeah.
professional way, not
Yeah.
disrespectful. Me and Kai, because personally, and I could say this, bro, Kai was the one that told me, bro, if we're gonna fight, he told me this in New Mexico. He's like, bro, if we're gonna fight, let's at least sell the fight. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I never do that because I just go and fight. But
Yeah.
let's do it, bro. You seem like a kid that wants to sell a fight. Let's do it. It's a championship fight regardless, so let's sell it. That's the only reason I'm even talking about Kai. If not, I would have stayed quiet how I did with Louis and just wait for the moment, you know?
That is the one thing I do like about you two, though. You guys are both professionals, and you realize, hey, like, let's bump our pay up a little bit more. We'll stud a little bit. It's going to be huge, but I like that you guys are both like, no one's taking the low road and taking shots. Like, you guys both know how to do this professionally, and like I said, it's a testament to both you guys to be like, you guys are both
Yeah.
champions in that aspect. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And somebody's always going to this fight, and we already know
yeah.
who it is, So
That's so. I'm gonna be honest. Like the one thing I hate about doing this job is I'm friends with you. I'm friends with Kai. Like I don't want to see you guys fight. I like you both, and the fact that someone's always got to go, I'm like that sucks.
yeah, bro. But I mean, it's part of the journey, though.
Sure.
Like this is what defines who's really the champ. Like, it's not a guy that already took an L and has a belt.
Yeah.
It's two undefeated guys. This is the moment where like, who's really made for bare knuckle. Nah, because I know what I'm gonna do in the fight. I got
Sure.
100% finish rate, and it wasn't given to me, bro. Like my last fight showed that I earned the
Absolutely.
100% finish rate, no matter adversity, no adversity. Like I stand there and I'm ready to die, and I already know what I'm gonna do. I know I'm gonna come out with my hand on top. I know I'm gonna get another vicious knockout, or
Yeah.
probably another guy's gonna quit, But that is not gonna. I say it like how it is. It's not gonna define Kai's career. Like
Sure.
I know I'm gonna win and I'm gonna take that oath from him. But it's not gonna define his career. If anything, it's gonna make him better. Because in along the line, he's gonna know he fought the toughest guy in there, and I'm talking about the toughest guy up here. Not,
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's gonna help him. The fight with me is only gonna help him get better. I feel bad for whoever fights him after me, because he's gonna get a
Okay.
lot better.
Okay. So I had someone send a question. They want to remain anonymous, but I'll tell you they have one of these in the BKFC. They said, how are you going to deal with the pressure and the clinch? Because he has nothing else to beat you with but to bring it to you harder than you do. It's kind of like fighting your twin.
No way around it, cause he's definitely not my twin. He does not hit harder than me. He can't take it.
I will agree with that. Like
He
you
can't
have the
take a
power.
hit. He can't take a hit like I can take a hit.
Sure.
He's not gonna deal with adversity like I have. There's two things that I take in consideration, and a lot of people overlook it. And I hope this comes out. You make a clip out of this, but it's like
Sure.
I seen two things that already showed me that Kai is done for, probably in the first round. One, he was already mentioning that in a podcast. He was trying to like sell the fight, be funny about it, and saying that no, that I never been in he said about himself actually that he said that he hasn't been in a street fight ever. He never fought outside the cage.
Okay.
That's already like this when it comes to me because
Sure.
I've been through some wars in the street.
Yeah.
I've been hit with weapons for real, and I've stood 10 tall. Like, yeah, And another thing he said, he was mentioning that he wants to be in the UFC. Like, what the
Sure.
fuck are you even doing in the BKFC if you want to be in the UFC? Like, I don't want to be nowhere else but in a BKFC ring. Like, this is my sport. Like, I
Sure.
want to take this sport and this company to the next level. So when I'm old, when I'm like 50, 60 years old, I look back and I'm like, look where BKFC at. And I was one of the guys that got it there. And I didn't look to the side for another paycheck. I got in calls that Kai has never gotten, to be in platforms that Kai has never been on.
Okay.
Like if I want to be in the UFC right now, I can be in the UFC right now. I just gotta make one call and I'm in the UFC.
That's cool.
He
Yeah.
wishes he could get those calls. He wishes he could have those connects. But I don't want that. I want this. I want to be in the BKFC. I want to be the pioneer of this shit. I want in 5 years when my kids' age grow up and they're like, wow, that guy El Gallo, like, damn, he is bare knuckle. Like, Mike Perry says he's the face, Lorenzo says he's the knuckles, but motherfucker, I'm both.
Right.
They both came from MMA. I respect both of those guys, super warriors, both of them. But bro, let's be realistic. I am the only guy that is bare knuckle. I am the purest bare knuckle fighter there is in the company. And look where I've got it, 100% finish rate. That speaks volumes, my bro.
No, I definitely that's the one thing. Again, you like definitely are going to be on the Mount Rushmore of BKFC because, like you said, like this is your home. Like everybody else wants to make a paycheck. Like MMA guys want to come here to make a paycheck. Kai wants to use BKFC to promote him to UFC. You're like,
Exactly. You're already in the wrong. You're fighting the wrong guy. If that's your goal.
Okay. All right. So I have a question for you. Victor would like to know, Victor from All In. I love that
My
guy.
brother.
Yeah. He would like to know, he would like you to tell everybody that he's a faster swimmer than you and that he hits mitts harder than you.
He knows this all cap. Like right here. He knows it. This video's to prove it all.
Yeah. I do you guys are you competitive? Like he would like you to tell us about the first time you guys met, your first interaction, but like it seems like you two are very competitive with each other, and that's
Yeah.
like a great thing to have in a manager
Of
and
course,
his
bro.
fighter.
Of course. I mean, yeah, bro. The first time we ever interacted with each other, we were actually talking about the situation that had happened with Howard. And I stood up, we had the conversation, and he kind of like dug deep into like my brain, I guess, asking me questions. He's a smart guy, and he realized that I'm a good person, bro. Like the same thing that LP, the
Mm-hmm.
same thing as Leo. Like he realized it too. Like, damn, this kid is actually not what people think he is, or what people try to make him seem like. Because
Absolutely.
people come around me, try to take advantage of me, use me for whatever, and then they go and leave and then they go talk bad about me. And then if you don't know me or take your time to get to know me, you will believe them because, I do have the image of that asshole type of guy, but I'm not.
Sure.
It's just the image that sells. And he took his time. He realized that. And man, it was a great conversation. Then he appreciated so much what I did for Howard that even if Howard to this day still talking shit about me, I still went online and I defended his name because I'm a man
I
and
remember
I
that. Yeah.
defend anybody that's a father, anybody that's trying to do better in their life. Even if they don't like me, I'm still going to defend them because I defend what's right, and I don't care the type of person you are. If you're doing something right, you're doing something right. And I'm up stand behind it, even if you're an evil human being, you know? So,
What the last time you and I talked, you were very vague about your son, but like you really seem to have channeled that voice for the voiceless type of thing, and you're with the autism flag, and you really seem to have like rallied behind that. Like, and it's got to
hell
be
yeah.
great for your son to see like, oh, my dad is like taking this platform, and does Aiden love it?
Yeah. And actually, Aiden is the one that is not autistic.
Oh, okay,
Aiden is actually the older brother of the autistic son I have, which is Isaiah.
got it.
Um, and bro, like he knows, like you could tell he knows that I'm doing something big for him. He just doesn't know how to like explain it or actually, accept it in a way because he is autistic. So all he sees is just so much like I'm doing this for you, I'm doing this for you, I'm doing this for you. So like that's how he carries himself. Like my dad is doing this for me, but he
Yeah,
don't get the big purpose of it or was driving me to actually stand behind kids like him because he's blessed to have a father like me,
sure,
but a lot of kids are not. A lot of kids have the same situation, and the parents ain't there how they're supposed to, or it's hard at first. Like it's something that you kind of look up and you're like at first like, yo, God, like what did I do like to deserve something like this? Like nobody wants to have a child that has problems. Like nobody does. Nobody wants
absolutely.
a kid. I'm not even gonna say the word problems. I'm kids that have that disability.
Challenges. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
challenges, and because it's tough. It's
Oh
tough,
yeah.
But bro, when you actually look at it from the point of view that I try to look at it, like I have a daughter and two sons. I have a
Mm-hmm.
daughter that's super smart. I have a son that's super smart and physically like gifted. Both of them.
Absolutely.
The two corners are like super gifted, and then the middle one is also a boy. He's the one that looks physically the most like me. He's like a copy of me, and he's the one that has his challenges, And then it's like I got to see it in the point of like God put these three kids in my life for me to actually, I guess, experience every emotion as a father and every aspect of life, because he had a plan for me to be big, and I had to appreciate the little things like that. Like, it's so beautiful to actually have a kid that has challenges, because you see them overcome and get better and better. And when you know you're part of like the process of them getting better, it just gets you more strong mentally, gives you more of a reason why. That's why, like, when Kai talks about that he wants to fight and do it for Connor, I can't look bad in front of Connor and this and that. Like, brother, do you understand the drive that I have? Like,
Sure.
bro, I respect Connor. He's one of my favorite fighters, but I'm not fighting to impress him, bro. And I'm pretty sure
No,
Connor loves the fact that I'm not fighting to impress him. I'm doing it for my family, how he did it, you know? And I'm doing it
absolutely.
for a bigger purpose. Like, a lot of kids get bullied in school when they have those challenges because their parents are regular people. Like my parents were. I'm pretty sure your parents too. My mom parents, like everybody. We have normal parents. But when you have a father that becomes a figure, it kind of helps those kids
Sure.
not only with society but with themselves. They get to believe that they can do things. They don't. It's like that wall that they have in front of them that is like imaginary gets taken away. Like, look, your dad is somebody big. Like, you can do it too. Like, he helps them mentally. Like, oh, I can do it too. Like, he wants to be a fighter. Like Isaiah
Awesome.
wants to be a fighter. He tells me every day, hey, teach me how to fight. Teach me how to fight. And I try to teach him. Obviously takes a little longer than a regular kid. But bro, the development is crazy. Like, he's developed so much in the last year, and I feel like it's a lot to do with the changes I made within myself, even at home. Even the way now I'm more calm. Like before, like obviously, like at first you get anxiety when you're repeating
Yeah.
something to a kid and he doesn't get it, and you're like, oh, you get frustrated. And I'm young, bro. I'm young too. And but the last year I've been trying to understand it a little more. And now I just look, and when he does certain things, I just laugh, and I'm like, bro, like, it's just that's who he is, and that's the beautiful part of life, man. Being able to witness all these little emotions and overcome it and become mentally strong to be able to deal with them is like, bro, like, life is beautiful, man. It's just how you view it. So like that flag to me, the autism flag, that puzzle means to me more than what people understand, because it's not only, yeah, of course I'm doing it for the kids, but what it's done for me as a person,
Yeah.
is, bro, I have no words to explain it. It's just a feeling that, thanks to that kid, man. Like, I love all my kids, but thanks to him, I'm like becoming the best version that I could have ever been of myself. And that's something I appreciate a lot. So that flag and that puzzle means to me more than people understand. That's why I'm willing to die in there for that flag, bro.
Well, I think people love that passion about you, and I'm sure your kid loves it. And like it's great that you can spread that message, and everybody, like I said, it's great that you are giving a voice to the voiceless.
Definitely, brother. Definitely, man.
Okay, so we had a Reddit question. They would like to know why you go with pink hair.
Um, bro, honestly, like, when I first started, like I told you, like, I always wanted to fight for a reason. Like, um, I don't know why. I don't know where in my life. I know there was something that touched me. I just can't really grasp it onto it. But there was something I had towards like feeling bad, I guess you can say, for like women that have breast cancer.
Sure.
Like, it was something I seen so many people not out of breast cancer, but I seen so many people die out of cancer. I seen little kids, you know,
Oh yeah,
overcome cancer. Some of them die. Like, look, Yuli Diaz's son overcame cancer. That's something fucking amazing. And
absolutely.
that was I'm watching this right there, and I felt like I like those people also, especially women, like, need, like, women are not as strong as men when it comes to this type of things. They break easy when it comes to, like, when a woman is sick, that's it. Like, for them, it's like over. It's easier, I guess you can say, for a man to be like, no, I don't. Even if they had cancer, they'll be like, I can overcome this and this and that. So I had like a soft side. Like, even it could have been any woman in the world, a random woman. It's just that's why I did the pink hair. I'm like, I want to stand behind something, and when I get in the ring, I want to be able to fight for something. And that's how I first started with the pink stuff, like just supporting breast cancer and just trying to do something different and have a reason why. So when pain and like, like the tiredness came in, I had something bigger to push me through it. And then it kind of like happened with autism. They went to the autism, and I started finding something even closer to me that I'm really witnessing every day
Absolutely.
to push me. But I didn't want to leave those people behind either. So I stood with the pink hair, and I still support, and I'm always gonna support breast cancer. Whenever I have this super millions of dollars. I'm gonna do whatever I can to help both sides, the autistic kids and anybody that has cancer, kids, women with breast cancer, anything. Just I want to help people. There's no point in having money to be sitting in the bank or having money to buy this, buy that. When, bro, there's so many people that need the help out there and don't have it. Like, so if I die tomorrow and I was able to help people, bro, that's enough for me to feel happy in that grave. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's enough for me to go in there and just feel good, you know? And I just, bro, like LP can tell you, bro, like I literally been the guy with the less money in my pockets at a point, and I've been the guy that wants to pay for everybody. I just want to help people. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I have a purpose, you know, because a lot of people suffer not knowing the purpose. My purpose here is to help people. But the only way I can do that is through this fighting. This is the gift that they gave me. I gotta explode. That's why I'm so positive. I'm always like, I'm the best. I'm gonna be number one, and I am number one. I am the champ because I gotta attract that, and I gotta make it happen for those people that can't do it for themselves. And I just, if I can give all my money away, and I know I see people smiling, I'm happy, bro.
Right. Okay, so my last question from the Reddit is it says Hefty Bag has shown his willingness to dig deep when shit gets hard. Does that excite you as a competitor?
Yeah, that's cool. I hope. But one thing I know is that he doesn't understand what he's getting himself into. And I respect him as a fighter, just like I told you last time with Louis. I respect everybody as a fighter.
You
I'm
did.
not overlooking him at all. He's the champ. I fought everybody like they were the champ. From my first fight to my last fight, I fought everybody like they had a belt on their waist. I never overlook anybody. So imagine my mindset going into actually fighting a champ that's undefeated, you know, and knowing that nobody has even been able to drop the kid, you know, I give him
Mm-hmm.
respect for that. But then again, there's levels to a lot of things. There's levels to hunger. There's levels to reason whys. There's levels to power. There's levels to understanding that is killed or be killed. And there's levels to know that I'm not, once I get in there, I'm not there to please anybody that overlooks me. I'm there to do it for my purpose. And all it matters to me is that, you know, my reason why. And he's now understanding what's going to land on top of him. He's used to being the guy putting pressure, and clearly showed my last fight that Louis tried to put pressure and it backfired him right away.
Absolutely.
And Louis has way longer reach. Louis is way taller. His feet are longer, meaning he moves back way faster. He's able to get away from punches. Kai doesn't have the defensive thing. Kai drops his hands the whole fight. Kai doesn't have a good jab. All he does is throw an overhand or a straight left and grab you in the clinch, switch feet. Like, he really does not understand that he doesn't have a. He's just annoying. Like, he's a fighter that's annoying on top of you, on top of you, on top of you, on top of you. You know. But then again, nobody hits him.
Right.
People wait for him to come in to then try to get him off the clinch and push him. And bro, if fire is beaten by fire, not with water, that is wrong.
Yeah.
When there's fire in front of you, you got to bring more fire. And that's what my mentality is. If they think that I'm gonna play the defensive side, trying to counter how everybody has said, "Oh, Kai jumps in with his head down, I'm gonna wait back and counter." No, I don't want him to come in with his head down. I'm gonna go forward and make sure he's on that back foot so I can smash him. Like, let's crash in the middle. If I see Kai running around, I'm gonna stand in the middle of the ring and put my hands behind my back, or
Okay.
behind my head like this. I'm gonna lay like this on the floor. You know, just waiting on him because
Yeah.
I'm trying to fight. We're the main event, bro. Nobody in Miami wants a boring fight. I never had a fight that my fans have said boo. You know, that's not gonna happen in my main event. That's not gonna happen when I sold the most tickets that's ever been sold in BKFC history by like 200. I already beat the record by 200 seats, bro.
That's
You think I'm gonna
insane.
come in there trying to hug you and all that? No, bro. We're gonna fight. And if you hug me, trust me, bro, something's gonna break because I'm ready for the clinch. He doesn't get that. I train with Indio, that's 100 times better than him. Alberto Blas, way better wrestler, Team Cuba.
Right.
Like, trust me, the clinch for me is cake, you know? And it showed. Look what happened to Louis when he tried to grab me in the third round. I launched him over there, picked him up from his feet by one arm.
Yeah.
You know, so Kai doesn't understand how strong I truly am. Like, he overlooks that a lot. He overlooks me a lot. He doesn't, and I love it because there's no better feeling like how Louis was overlooking me in a way, and then when you feel my punches,
Yeah.
the whole demeanor changes, and you can see it, like how he was standing there in the line looking at me, talking shit. And the second I dropped him, he was like, "Oh shit!" That's it. He didn't even want to come forward anymore. And then
Right.
when he will come forward, he'll get counter. So he's like, fuck, you know? And the
Yeah.
fact that everybody thinks I got dropped. Like, if you actually look at the video from every angle, I had one foot on the ground. My other foot, when he hit me, I tried to put my foot down, and that's what made me fall, because I didn't have my foot down. I had
Oh,
one foot in
balance.
the air, leaning forward like this with my
Yeah.
chin up. And he hit me with a perfect shot, and I got up in a matter of a second. It was like a
Oh, yeah.
trampoline, you know?
Yeah.
And we all know that Louis hits 100 times harder than Kai. We all know it. So Kai's gonna have a hard time, bro. It's gonna be a hard time for him. He's going to sleep early. He thinks it's a game. He thinks it's a game going in there with me. Like, he's not gonna be able to put that pressure on me. Every time he comes in, I'm gonna come forward. Whenever he puts his head down, I'm coming forward throwing punches.
Absolutely.
And I can eat punches. I love to take punches. That wakes me up. When I saw that blood dripping down my face, well, that turned me up. You noticed. I know you saw it. When that
Oh, yeah.
blood was dripping, I turned up. I was like, now we're fighting. Now we're really gonna fight. And I was walking him down, trying to walk him down. Fourth round, I said, all right, he wants to play that game, throwing the jabs, the three. Okay, I'm gonna walk him down with my hands up. Walk him down, waiting for the perfect moment. Whoop, boom! Second I landed, down.
Done. Yeah. You are definitely one of my favorite guys to interview. I have no more
Thank
questions.
you,
Is
bro.
there any messages you'd like to give before we call it done?
I mean, bro, just tune into the fight, bro. It's gonna be the best card so far of the year, and
I
it's
agree.
probably gonna be one of the best cards that are gonna be put on, even from here to December. Like, this is amazing card. I'm not saying only because of me. From fight one to the main event, is gonna be fireworks. I'm telling you, there's gonna be great fights. I'm super excited to see my brother Beto Blas become a world champ. My brother Jomi become a world champ. You know,
Yeah.
I trained with Jomi since the beginning of my bare knuckle career, so I have a lot of love for Jomi. You know, I've seen his transition from BYB, how the last fight with this guy that took it from him, because the guy
Yeah.
came out all fucked up. And Jerry's a great fighter, bro. I got nothing but respect for Deadpool, bro. But you know, I got to pull from home team, Florida. You
Makes
know,
sense. Yeah. Yeah.
and you know, so even though he is from Florida too, but this is South Florida, you
It's
know.
different.
So it's bro, if you notice, it's like three Hispanics fighting against three Americans. You know, it's like literally
Yeah.
that's what's happening in the main event. So it's exciting, bro. It's like at the end of the day, bro, we all warriors. I wish nothing but the best for every single fighter in the
Absolutely.
card. I would never want to see somebody truly hurt. No matter
Yeah.
how bad I want to hurt them in there, I don't want to like be the guy to, you know, completely destroy Kai's career or hurt him and he has an injury. Like, that's not my job is to go in there and try to finish him as fast as possible. He takes the less damage. You know what
Makes
I'm
sense to
saying?
me. Sure.
And that's it, bro. Bro, I'm not ashamed of saying it. I'm a fan of Kai, bro. Like, believe it or not, like, he's a little cringe. You know, when he gets in the
Uh,
microphone, he's a little
yeah.
cringe. He's still a kid,
Yeah.
but you know, like, I like the kid. You can tell he's not a bad person. You know what I'm saying? You can tell he's not a
Definitely.
bad person. But bro, this is my kid's plate of food, bro. Like, I'm willing to die for it and kill for it. Just like, you know, not every soldier's a bad soldier, but when it's time to kill, it's time to kill. You know? And he's the target right now. He's the champ. He got what I want, and I'm gonna take it from him respectfully. And after, you know, we'll go smoke another joint.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it, and I can't wait to see what happens. And best of luck, buddy.
No, thank you, bro. Always a pleasure to fucking talk to you, man. You're awesome.
Thanks, man.